friend. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'm Crystal, if we haven't met yet. Thanks so much for being here. I love to dive into all things marketing, not just social media, but how you can help your style conscious product brand really grow and get crystal clear on your marketing path. So this week, I'm going to talk about 4 tips that I feel like are really going to help you if you could be potentially missing these things in your business, or you maybe feel like there's some kind of hidden secret you're not quite sure about and how other people are successful, then you are here in the right place. The first thing is that a lot of small business owners tend to overlook the power behind SEO. We say SEO and some people kind of glaze over because they're like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? SEO is just utilizing the keywords and terms that are best for that season, best for that industry, best for your business and services and the things that you have to offer. They could even be unique qualities of the things that you do. But having SEO is very powerful, especially if you happen to have started a blog. Maybe you're posting some stuff on Pinterest so you can link back to products and you want to figure out how you can make Pinterest work for you, or you want to figure out how you can get your site to rank more on Google. SEO is the thing to use. And a lot of people simply overlook it because there are so many other easier things that you can start doing. But SEO is about the long-term game. So if you want people to continually be able to find you over a period of time, if you want to see a gradual momentum in your business in efforts like blogging and being able to be searchable on other platforms outside of social media, you need to look at your SEO and your keywords and your terms. So if you're going, where do I even start? Don't worry, I have you covered. I do a free consult for that. We can talk about that later. Let's talk about 3 other things that you need to do for your business that you may be overlooking. So one of the other things that you might be overlooking is optimizing your site. This is super, super important because you think about where we spend all of our time, and we spend a lot of time driving traffic on places like social media. We feel like we need to be on Instagram, we need to be doing the TikToks and the reels and the dancing and the moving and all the crazy things that we can do to market ourselves. But where we tend to fall short sometimes in actually getting the sale can be your site. It can be optimizing your site. It can be checking plugins to make sure that you are running the most updated versions and that they are all synced and working correctly. It could be that you haven't checked your website speed. Maybe your pages are loading really slow, or your images are too big of a size, and so it's causing your site to slow down overall. So when someone goes to click and load and it takes 45 seconds to load a page, your site is also going to be bumped down on Google, but you're going to likely lose people because they have short attention spans. So if they're taking a long time to be able to get to what they're trying to look at, they're not going to buy. So if you aren't optimizing your site or looking at how you can do that, you should look with your website developer or with your marketing team. Someone like myself can go in, take a look at what updates might need to happen and what other things that you can do to start optimizing your site and getting your speed up, making sure that customer journey is flowing effortlessly and that people are able to click through your site and get to all of the pages and the products and the things that they want to look at faster. One other thing that you might be overlooking is simply using short links to track. How are you going to know if any of the efforts that you are doing on social media are working? A lot of us utilize things like Linktree. One of my favorite hacks is using Bitly short links so that I can add them to stories and other places that don't give you a direct link, even though now everyone does have a link for swipe up, or I should say a link sticker now. However, in the past, and even in posts and things like that, when I do anything graphic wise, I add short links because it gives people, again, another quick reference and a place for me to track clicks. Because if I see that I did a promotion for my styled stock videos for people to use in their social media and their reels, and I see that I did this promotion and that Bitly link alone got 200 and something clicks, I'm going, man, I'm doing something right. So I really know I need to double down on whatever it was I was doing there. So take advantage of having short links or setting up something like a Linktree that you can have in your bio. Some marketers go back and forth on whether or not you should link directly to your website or you should have sublinks. And I think if you have multiple offerings or promotions and things going on, you should definitely have some short links that you can direct people to. And it gives you a chance to kind of track what's really working effort-wise. Because you might see that on Instagram, certain content is working really well and people want to hear all about my stock videos. And then on Pinterest, everyone wants to hear about all of my tips related to photography or something completely different. And it really gives you a chance to analyze and double down on the right areas and the right focus and type of content that you're going to be putting out this fall. And finally, the last thing that I feel like gets overlooked quite a bit in marketing is you being able to plug in pixels and linking all of your accounts through your site, but also to each other as much as possible so that you can cross-check and really track the traffic that your site is getting and what pages are working, what types of content is working, where are people spending their most time, where are they jumping off the page quicker, things like that that really help you focus in and double down on what areas of your business you could start to work on. Because when we start to nail things like Instagram and we've got that flowing and it's working perfectly and you're trying to figure out what to do next, you should really look at some of the things that are going on with your site. And so plugging in your Instagram and your Pinterest and your Facebook accounts and getting your Pixel IDs set up, getting all of that integrated into your site allows you to then be able to really look at the numbers and see what is working best. Or maybe you've had certain blogs in the past that really blew up, but lately it feels like the content isn't really reaching anybody. Being able to go in and look at those numbers will really help you decide, well, maybe I should go back and dive into this topic a little bit further because it was working really, really well. And lately people haven't been interested in the new direction that I started taking. Different pieces like that are very important to being able to double down. And again, giving you some more confidence and being able to make decisions on where you should be spending your time and your money. So that's it. So quick recap, I mentioned SEO. SEO often gets overlooked or feels like something that seems like a huge deal to start implementing, but it really isn't that hard, especially if you're already using Pinterest. If you're already using Pinterest, you're tapping in a little bit to that SEO type of traffic that you're going to want to have on your site. The next thing is going to be optimizing your site. So please make sure that you've gone in, you periodically check on your plugins, you check on that customer checkout process, and you see how your website speed is really doing, because that loading of the page is a huge deal breaker for a lot of people jumping off social media and straight over to your products to purchase. And then of course I mentioned using short links to track. If you're gonna have multiple promotions and things going on, use some short links to track and kind of see what's working. It gives you a quicker way of viewing that. I use Bitly links just to be able to throw that out there and have something quick that I can pull up to see right at that moment to date what's going on, how people are clicking. If there was something I did activity-wise on a certain day more than I did another day, then I know I need to double down on that and be able to amplify the marketing that I'm already putting into place. And then of course, the last thing is just making sure that you have connected all of your platforms and your sites and your Pixel ID so that you really can truly see what's going on with your site, where the traffic is coming from, what's working, what's not, so you can make more confident decisions in where you need to invest your money. Because how do you know if you need a social media manager, a creative director? How do you know if you need an agency? How do you know what you need in your business? Whether you need more photography or less photography, maybe you need more videos. How do you know if you're not taking an opportunity to look at all of these types of things going on in your business and being more confident in knowing where it's coming from and where you want to go next? I challenge you to take a look at that. Make sure to click and subscribe below. I hope this has been helpful for you and opened your eyes to some things you might not have thought about, or maybe you have slightly overlooked in the last 6 months. Leave any comments below. I'm happy to help if you have any questions. And of course, please feel free to connect with me on my free consult. I love being able to talk with business owners about what's going on, where they want to go, and giving them the confidence to choose that right direction.